Hello, all you plum drinkers and goobers out there. Welcome to a new era of Ray.
Man?
Rev up those Raymen, because I am sure hungry for one.
Also, Logan, you didn't tell me that this was a drinking party. I should have invited my friend Ed.
Oh, ha ha. We'll do. Wait. Just wait until. Wait. Just wait. God
that
damn.
dial. We will get to that game sometime in the not too distant future.
Hark. Just give me a moment. Okay, come on.
By the way, can we take these party hats off? It's starting to obscure my vision.
You can if you want. There we go. Nice.
Thank you.
Oh, this is what happens whenever you're trying. Thank you, Goofy. I just want to take the blindfold off.
Oh.
Yeah!
Yeah! Redemption. Actually, I just realized since we're playing this, special shout out to this fan game's creator, Rayman.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Rayman, who has made it no secret that they are a huge fan of the Rayman, and thank goodness they were able to put this game together. And of all things, Yubi has not actually been really sticking their nose in this. It's been on Game Jolt, I believe, for all this time still, so that's very nice.
To be fair, Logan, that would require them to actually care about a Rayman.
Oh, that is true. So, what is the redemption of a Rayman, you might ask, before we get to everyone's going on here?
You may also be thinking to yourself, what is a Rayman?
Well, let me see if I can explain that very carefully as soon as I enter in my very educationally, correct name to use.
I'm just thinking to myself, one of these days, maybe in about 3 years or so, you'll, oops. Never mind, Snruff, you're officially now Snur.
I'm not a senior. Alright, let's see.
You are now.
They're rigged, checkpoints are gone, so we're less health on play. No, we're just gonna do, I'm gonna do casual, because I'm lame.
No, you're fine.
Honestly, I don't see why not, really.
Because I've already done a classic mode on this channel at one point. So, the story.
After the age-old attempt of the original Rayman, you deserve a break.
Hi, folks.
Hi.
Want to know what's going on? Let me tell you the story of Rayman.
I forget, this is the UK voiceover that they used for Redemption, right?
Yes, which is funny considering it's the exact same actor. They're just putting on a different inflection.
Right, because I'm more used to the English voiceover of Rayman 1.
Which made him sound kind of like a talk show host type.
Sorry, folks. This apparently can't last.
I still love that this apparently can't last, of course.
So, I will say right off the bat, I do still think it's pretty impressive for however limited Game Maker was for them. They were still able to somehow replicate a good handful of the original FMV for Rayman into this here presentation.
Yeah.
Limited as it may be in some ways. Whoa.
Hey, listen, the effort is welcome, and I do appreciate that much.
Troublesome, isn't it? And untidy, too.
I do find it interesting, as far as, ripping assets. Was it just, impossible to rip assets for, anything outside of the Magician sprite here, which is why we're having to resort to stills of the rest of the cutscenes?
Potentially. I don't think there's ever been, a lossless version of this footage ever brought out into the wild.
To save them now. Don't you think? Rayman to the rescue.
Boy!
Hey!
That is just Doug. Just thumbs up.
Stop.
Free the electricity.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like Doug. Can you save the world? Alright.
Alright, yeah, alright. Let me have some morning coffee.
I wish I were Rayman in that instance.
Let him do it.
And again, I kind of like the American sass, well, they let him do it.
Well, the bad guys, let them do it. Well, if Logan has anything to say about it, not likely.
Hopefully. So, yeah. What the redemption of a Rayman is taking the original Rayman game, which notoriously had several leaps in difficulty, and if the story is to be believed, never even made it past a full round of QC before its release.
Yep.
Not initially, anyway.
This redemption by Ramani seeks to basically give it another shot, give it a lot of fun, modern quality of life improvements, and show the world Rayman's roots.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
The age-old hop and grab and punch and all that stuff, which is kind of funny considering that's one thing that Redemption does right off the bat, is that Rayman actually has most, if not all, of his moveset from the original game right off the bat.
Yeah.
You see this?
Oh.
This was a move you had to unlock.
I don't like Rayman shushing me there.
Well, no, he just wanted to make sure we were quiet so he could punch that livid stone in the face.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So a lot of this starting area is mainly just to familiarize yourself with your full move set in case you've never played a Rayman before.
And glorious widescreen.
Glorious widescreen.
Oh yeah, no, the widescreen is also very impressive. I guess that does lead me to one very small critique I do have with Redemption, and I will admit I don't entirely blame Raymani for this, just because, what we got out of it, otherwise it's still pretty amusing in its own right. Being able to have most, if not all, of Rayman's moves right out the gate does kind of diminish probably one of the more satisfying aspects of the original Rayman game, where a large part of that game's goal is that you were supposed to find these abilities yourself. Like, especially from the person who actually gives them to you, Batilla, the fairy.
Right.
Right. It kind of made it. It kind of gave the game this almost Metroidvania aspect.
Yeah. And that is unfortunately one thing that I do think that Redemption does do for the worse. Just because I do remember, once we find Batilla herself, she kind of gets reduced to being a person you find on this one part of the map who gives you health extensions for every Electoon you find.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, like, health extensions are handy, in their own right, but I do agree. Like, it does... I wouldn't say it, like, outright dampens a lot of the replayability, but it does, hinder the reasoning to go back to extra levels if you already have all those moves right out the gate.
Oh, for certain. Like, I still think, by and large, this is the much better means of playing Rayman 1 nowadays, though I do also think it's also much better if you've already had at least some prior experience with the original Rayman game.
I think so. Yeah.
To better appreciate all these touch-ups and whatnot.
Right.
Oh, actually, look, an unassuming Livingstone. Don't punch him.
Oh, you want me to do this?
Yeah, make a scary face.
All right, I'll see what I can do. I'm sure there's another living stone I can do.
That's part of the critical review.
Don't you dare! Don't you dare do that!
We only just started. I can't be critically reviewed now.
How many are going to be on my permanent record at this point? Don't touch that sign yet. Jump over.
Can these guys be scared?
No.
No. Just the tall Livingstones can be affected by Rayman's grimace.
Yes.
And actually, that's actually one other thing I remember being a big difference between this and the original game. The grimace, over time, was actually replaced by the run ability, whereas here, they can be mapped to two separate buttons.
Yep.
I guess that's also just a matter of, like, after a while, like,
hey, you.
Aside from, like...
Oh, you gotta... Oh, hold on, he's gotta be in front of you. Hey, you! Boo!
Like,
there
that's
you
cute and all, but, like, after a while, I guess it's just a matter of, like, is that really, like, handy at any point past this opening world?
Oh, hell no. It's purely just there as a sort of, like... It's the closest thing I can think of to a funny button that this game has.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
And over time, that silliness does kind of wear out its welcome, so you'd like something a little more practical, hence why you get the run later.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, it's no Anton yell, but I guess it suffices.
Yeah. I mean, hey, it gives Rayman a personality.
That's also
Hey,
true.
you. Bam.
I want to take
a couple of things to say real. Yes.
Well, I just want.
I was gonna say a couple things about. Yeah.
All I wanted to do was just take the opportunity to ask Sam and Doug, whether it be through this version or even the original, Lord help you, have either of you had experience with Rayman 1?
Yes.
No. Well, he has. I haven't.
I mean, being fair, Sam, this is a platformer, and honestly, up to a point, it does become one of the harder platformers of its era, so I don't entirely blame you for missing out on this one.
Yeah. So, I guess that's also another thing, Doug. Which version have you had more exposure to, or have you played both of them?
I've played both of them. This fan game's incredible. And when it comes to the original game, of course I didn't get that far. I was just a kid.
That's fair.
That's
And I played-
mean, Logan. That's fucking mean. You scare the poor bastard, and then you shoot him right in the ass.
God damn!
That's a free spank. We take those.
Looking good, sailor. Smack.
Smack. Say.
But
Take a photo and save. Continue though.
I remember playing the PlayStation version because I think I've said this a few times. I'm more of a PlayStation kid.
Real quick, another slight downgrade Redemption did do is that with the bullets, obviously it makes it easier to dodge them, but I kind of missed when the bullets came out and then suddenly a freaking extended arm with a hammer pops out.
Yeah, that was funny. But wait, I'm gonna take things a little bit slow here for a second. So continue, Doug. Don't worry.
But Yeah, more of a PlayStation kid, so I definitely played this on the original PlayStation. I remember playing it when I think when I was at least 7 or 8, but it was definitely after when I played Rayman M, because one of my cousins gave me the game, and I played this game from one of my uncles because they had it in their shelves, and they thought I could probably play this, but it didn't tell me about how hard it was.
Whoops.
I mean, I guess it should be said right out the bat that Rayman, I think, is honestly not that hard of a game up until you get to Bandland, which is the second world of the game.
Yeah, Bandland.
Then things start to pick up a little bit here and there.
Yeah, Bandland, I definitely remember.
Like with all the slippery platforms and all the very dangerous like sharp notes.
Yeah.
Ooh, a Prezi. Oh,
Hey,
that doesn't look like it was from the original. What's those little, that little green thing you picked up?
New collectible. There are 4 of them in every area, and oh. There's a bunch of them in whatever world you're in, and yeah.
There's 4 in a whole set.
Yep.
Okay.
Basically, it's purely for an unlockable cosmetic Rayman can get. Which is actually something else that Redemption does. That oh, actually, we'll talk about cosmetics later because here's Matilda,
It's Limbless Mama.
the mummy.
Why are you crawling towards her?
She can't know that. Oh, she found it.
Hello, man. I'm Matilda the Fairy, and I'm going to help you on your quest.
Yeah, the font's a little goofy.
You must find the 3 tomb totems and release the prisoners within.
All right.
They are helpful magical beings who were sealed away by Mr. Dark. The first one is hidden deep in the jungle, guarded by the evil Mosquito.
Oh.
The second one is on the highest peak of the Blue Mountains. The third one is hidden somewhere in the caves of Scops.
Oh, no.
Do you really think it'll be that simple?
Oh.
I'm Darktoon, Mr. Dark's right-hand man. He gave me the power to stop you.
Oh my god, we found Romani's Rayman OC.
He's self-inserted.
I'll finish you off before you can even start.
Rayman's just looking like, alright.
You want me to take care of this, Nat?
Rayman, take this. It will help you defeat him.
Here he is in that, isn't he? So yeah. One other thing I will definitely say regarding this game, and I will not to completely discredit it, because I do think, again, on the whole, this fan game is fantastic. But you can also tell that there's a slight gap in quality between like the graphics and sound. Like whenever there's anything original that pops out.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair.
You're no joke. You may have beaten me this time, but I'll be back.
Okay.
You'll never stop, Mr. Dark.
Yeah, there you go. Now that you've done it, you understand the basics. So with that said, I am not going for every single tune in the game. I may do it if there's like any goodies you unlock, but really besides just health extensions, not a whole lot you need to worry about. Oh, and then the magician actually offers you little bonus games you can try. Is there any reward for doing these bonus games?
I think if you do them all, you do get like an additional cosmetic, but otherwise it's purely just there for funsies.
Goodness me!
Yeah.
All right, goodbye, Mr. Ray.
Oh, hold on,
Goodbye,
I think
Mr.
we should
Magician.
show off at least the first one, just to get an idea.
Yeah, do the first one.
All right, time trial.
Booey.
Cute that they kept that sound effect from Rayman 3, I think.
2.
Oh, that was 2002?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Whoops.
You know what, on that note, I guess I could also talk about my prior history with the original Rayman game, because, I mean, I don't know if it's entirely common knowledge to those of you watching on YouTube, but my first prior exposure to Rayman was with Rayman 2. Especially, like, that one age-old, this is Rayman. This is a man called Ray commercial.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that was my first major exposure to the game, and then I rented it way back when. Had my fun with it, even though I couldn't get past the Fairy Glade for a little while. Then I eventually got its PC version. Loved the ever-living heck out of that. But, anyway. The primary thing with Rayman 1, though, is that over time, I came to learn of its advanced port, because that was like my first major exposure to it. Like, I didn't even realize it was actually the very first Rayman game until years later. Or maybe not even, like, years later, like, maybe a couple months later, where it actually did... Like, there was, like, this one article about Rayman Advance which showed off all of Rayman's previous adventures, and one of them was the original game.
Uh-huh.
But otherwise...
that in turn, like, wanted you to... Yeah.
Yeah, no, that in turn, back when Blockbuster was still taking, like, Game Boy Advance rentals, I actually did give the game a shot that way. And, I mean, kind of goes without saying, I didn't get very far past the initial paint plant woods.
No worries.
Again, it does ask a lot of new players, like, right away.
Yeah, I mean, nothing help either that, Game Boy Advance version likely going to come with Screen Crunch. But nowadays I do think it's still pretty impressive that a game like this could even run on the Game Boy Advance at all.
Oh.
No, dang it!
Wow. Oops.
I did not expect the plum to become a bodyguard for him.
So that's another point off your overall score.
Sammy, no. No, we're not doing that.
No.
I don't want to have the plum get down Mr. President moment be on a review that actually determines my score.
I mean, probably Doug's judging you internally.
No, I can't judge from that one. That was bullshit.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Actually, I do have one. I'd like to add a slight bit of the critical review, Logan. Though, that being said, though, you can easily subvert it if you do this for me. Go to the options menu real quick. Go to sound settings. Change. I don't like the ting sound. I don't like the new ting sound. Change it to something a little more ear-pleasing. There you go.
Oh, PS1. There you go.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. That has officially been stripped from the record.
Yeah. But I don't mind what Raimani was going for with like the new sound font.
Yeah. Like, I mean, on the whole, again, a lot of the main, like, the new changes that were made to the game, I mean, your mileage will vary whether they're really all that good or not, but at the same time, I don't think it does anything to not make this fan game as fantastic as it is.
Right.
I think it's so far the definitive way to play this game.
Right.
Yeah.
Or experience anything like in the same line of it, because as you'll see, like I think they even went as far as to add like new enemy types, new levels,
and a whole new world.
So I think that I appreciate that about it.
Yeah.
Whoa. Oh, I thought there would be something here. One thing to note with Rayman, and Redemption does not shy away from it. It loves to do the Scrooge McDuck thing of like hiding certain collectibles unless you reach a certain area of the level.
Yeah.
Usually exemplified by a like little sparkly shiny do.
Yeah.
If you see that, just go near it, and it'll usually cause everything from enemies to tings to a freaking cage to appear that you really want.
Which is immensely funny because I know that particular like shining particle is primarily a PC version thing.
Oh, really?
Why'd you just jump down to there?
Because it could be water down there. Okay.
See?
Oh. See, how was I supposed to know that was going to appear? Oh my gosh. Anyway. But yes, continue, James. That was from the PC that they actually added that little feature.
James?
Oh, maybe he's there and the hiccups for a second. He'll be back.
Yeah.
Give it a second.
Oop.
Whoa. There you go. We're going to go for this case first.
Jonas.
Pop up there.
Whoa.
You can get occasional power-ups for your punches, such as the blue punch, which the more you do it, because normally you have to like really charge and wind up your punch to release. Mm-hmm. Getting some of those power-ups will allow just your instant simply tapping the punch to have as much power as a fully charged up one.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on, we got a message down the line. Oh, that was just Sammy. Never mind. Okay. Completing this little area. Each level has like an indeterminate amount of screens you have to go through.
Mm-hmm.
Get a couple health points. Would you be interested in trying out a game, the Rayman game like this, Sammy?
I know I tried out 2, and then Doug was giving me critical reviews all over the place.
Hey, who are you?
Aw.
Stay out of here.
Oh!
Oh, he'll jump back in a second. Don't worry.
It's my home, and I don't want any suspicious people near. Get lost to us. Thank you. Ow!
No. That hurt.
That hurt. Oh,
Whoa!
and he hurt you back.
Just stick me clean through the center. Doc.
I think, couldn't you hit him while he's doing that? Oh, okay,
Maybe if I
not.
jump into it. If I jump into it, maybe I can.
Probably.
We'll run back and forth.
Oh, boy.
I don't like what he's spraying.
Well,
It's
it's just a little energy magics.
magic spit.
Oh, the magic spit.
Very dangerous.
There you go.
There we go.
Now, you don't want to be hit by the magic spit.
Alright. As he ties it. Just toss a little bit. Hopefully James will fix whatever's happening soon and he can rejoin us.
Yeah, it was most likely his internet because he's offline at the moment.
There you go.
Okay. Well, I know it's happened a couple times, but I'm sure the audio I'm sure things will be fine. Oh.
Ouch.
You were not looking the right way.
There you go.
Okay, that one I can get.
There
hello.
Welcome back,
you are.
James.
Welcome back.
Really sorry about that. My internet died. What I miss?
No worries, we assume.
No worries, we just made
Not too much.
Mosquito.
Right now, he's just being up a child.
Mosquito's a child?
How could you? Is he a child?
Is he a child?
I thought he was. Like, isn't he like the little brother at least of Mosquito?
Oh yeah, no, he is definitely the little brother. I wouldn't outright call him a kid though. Like he's a fully grown bug, and we tend to squish those.
Unlike Rayman, who is an actual child in this game.
Yeah,
But hey.
it's weird because he's called Rayman. He does definitely act like a kid though in this game. Even though
I think from what
honestly with the way.
I think from what I recall, like Doug saying, like Rayman from Rayman 1 is like kid, Rayman 2 is teen, and then like 3 is young adult.
From how it looked.
Rayman 3 is a smoking adult who's like, I'm too old for this.
I'm too old for this. It's kind of like the basic runaround.
Also, this little Mosquito bit that's happening, I think this gameplay charge, which is, a little bit more aligned with, like, the Mosquito levels in Origins, I think that's an add-on for Redemption, isn't it?
It technically is because in the original Rayman, you did have at least one section where you're riding on Mosquito, but Bizet himself wasn't actually shooting out these particles like he is now. You actually were still relying on Rayman to throw his fists out.
Okay.
Right.
Right, yeah.
Which we don't have to worry about that anymore. Just
Yeah.
keep the button held down. Ooh, give me that.
Also, something that Redemption does do differently is that there's actually there's multiple Bizet sections, but all the other ones aside from this one are optional. You primarily do them if you want some extra brownie points or cosmetics for Bizet himself. But that also depends on if you can find specific tokens strewn about.
That is interesting
Gotcha.
that, like, Bizet also gets his own cosmetics, because I thought it was just Rayman that had those.
Nope, Bizet has his own.
Had to check.
Nowhere near as
Trust
many,
me.
obviously, but yeah.
Trust me, I need a check. You'll never know, like, when they're gonna hide something. And I can always go back to Batilla's Garden, I think, if I want to turn in some of the tunes I've collected.
Yes, you can, or at the very least get an idea of how many you need for your next power-up.
Your quest has just only begun, Rayman. I'm here to help. You. Fuck.
Yes.
I'm here to help.
Well, yeah,
I
can
thought
help
it said
someone.
hell for a second. I'm like, I'm here to hell. What? If you
You
can,
swore twice.
if you can break open
10.
10 cages in total, I can increase your base health by 1.
Thank you, Mama.
Goodbye, Mama.
Come back once you've done that. Good luck on your journey.
Thanks, Ma.
I love my mama!
And don't forget to bring milk.
So right away, we could go to Banland, but trust me, we're gonna need that tune totem. So let's go see if we can find it.
Yep, that's another thing that Rayman Redemption does do differently as opposed to the original, which didn't really have any such thing.
Oh.
Right. There's a little bit more of a plot structure. Hey, friend. Could you help me out a little? Yeah, here you go.
Oh. Yay.
Huh.
Ah, good old Terezan in his natural loincloth.
Yeah, we'll be meeting a couple of these guys around. Ah, thanks, I'll never forget your help. Take this bag of magic seeds as a token of my gratitude. Use the action, circle button, to plant them. Oh, geez, that forest is flooding. I gotta get out of here. Good luck.
I gotta get out of here.
Goodbye, you yodeling Terrazan.
So for this level, and this level only, pressing the action button will allow me to plant platforms for myself to use.
What's funny is that I do believe there will be later sections in this game, or at the very least with Redemption, where you do get a little more mileage out of planting magic seeds that sprout up platforms.
You know,
Oh, cool! So I actually can take this out of this level.
Well, not necessarily. No, there will be other in those other levels where you're going to need it. I think a random magic seed item does pop up that you can grab, and then you can start planting.
so
Okay, and yeah, right here. Here we need more Toon Totems, so get ready to see a couple of instances like that.
so you know what? There is still backtracking to a degree.
Again, it's sort of a Metroidvania, just now you're looking for Toon Totem power-ups.
So you know what I want to ask, because I know this is really the only Rayman game that does something like this. You know, and it can't be, and I won't limit it to just some people. Anyone can give their opinion on this.
Joke's on you, I like plum juice.
Well, what I was about to say is, like, what are your thoughts on the fact that, like, this is, like the only game in the series, to my knowledge, that really, you know, hones in on the fact that, like, there are plenty of, like, limbless critters like Rayman, as opposed to, like, a lot of the later games where they try to play up the fact that, like, Rayman really is kind of, like, the only breed of his own.
I mean, I do think it's kind of an amusing... It's... I don't know how to
It makes sense to me. It makes sense to me that like there's a whole world, so why wouldn't they all kind of follow sort of similar like rules and logic? I mean, we know why. It's because they wanted to save on animating like arms and stuff for all this. So
well, I mean, it's not even just that.
have
It really was a technical limitation they couldn't quite get past. So they had to just to circumvent it. They just didn't bother to give all the characters limbs, and you know what? In a way, it also helped give the game its very interesting identity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's like, how many other characters can you think of out there, whether it be in video games or movies or anything, that actually has some limbless characters?
Right.
Really can't think of many off the top of my head.
Now, as far as, like, the notion of, like, how they kind of stopped doing that for the most part and just had, like, Rayman be the only one that was limbless.
I mean, I don't think that's a problem necessarily, because, well, okay, I guess it's a problem if you look at it a certain way, because, for all intents and purposes, as much as I love this series, it can never make up its mind on how it handles its own lore.
Yeah.
And that's no doubt more obvious when it comes to, like, like comparing Rayman 1 and Rayman 2, and then eventually comparing Rayman 2 and 3 to the Origins and Legend games.
Right.
It's like every Rayman game really is kind of like its own experience, for better or worse.
More or less.
Yes.
Which is kind of a bummer, too, considering that, you know, there's a lot of people out there that will always stand by Rayman 2 The Great Escape, but a good handful of its characters kind of just get left by the wayside after a while.
Yeah.
Different strokes for different blokes. I don't know.
Except for Glowbox.
I never leave.
I mean, yeah, no, for all its sport, they did at least keep some of the more important ones, like Glowbox and Murphy and the Teen Seas. That's more or less it, honestly.
You know what, Doug? Hit him.
And the lumps,
You know what, Doug? Hit him with a Thank you.
Lovely. What about you, Logan, Sam, and Doug? Like, what are your thoughts on the whole matter of limbless critters and if Rayman should be the only one or not?
Again, the whole world's called the Gladed Dreams. I think they can do whatever they want with it.
Well, I mean, that's the name of the world that Rayman's in. Later here, it's just called In Rayman's World.
Rayman.
Oh, we don't give a fucking joy.
Wow.
We don't care.
Anyway.
What's your opinion, Doug?
Yeah, Rayman and the world and the critters and the Rayman.
One side of me says I'm fine with Rayman being at least the only one, makes him unique in a way, but the other half, of course, kind of wish there was more limbless creatures.
Alright.
Yeah. Or at the very least, a better sense of consistency.
Yeah, just consistency stuff.
Alright. What about you, Sam?
I have no opinion to give.
Oh.
No.
She's a
Wait,
newbie.
Wait. There you go.
Hey.
I missed the magician token. Oh well.
Again, we're not going for 100%. Don't sweat it too much.
Yeah.
Okay. I should bring a plum with me. Nope, I can't bring a plum with me. I'm gonna make a leap of faith.
Watch.
And that didn't go well.
So, am I the only one that finds it kind of funny that, like, for a little while after Rayman 1's release, there were like one or two like educational like Rayman games that kind of exhibit the exact same playstyle as this, but you know they're educational. And what's funny is that one of the weird, like the most random, nothing burger changes that they made is that they don't call the plums plums.
What do they call them instead?
Bongo berries.
Huh?
What?
I completely forgot about that. God, it's been years.
I mean, they look like, I don't know, they make sounds kind of like bongos. Okay, maybe not quite, but
Kind of do, yeah. I'm not gonna deny that. You went forward.
but all the same, it's like, what's wrong with just calling them plums? It's not like they're you know, alcoholic fruit, technically speaking.
Well, I mean, technically that wouldn't take place until like the later games.
Logan, what the fuck are you doing?
Trying to get up here.
This.
There you go.
You have to do this.
Oh.
There's some momentum. There's some momentum you gotta do sometimes to find all the goodies in these levels.
Sometimes it's nice to get the both the feet and the mind knocking.
I gotta learn the ways. Also, apologies if you hear a lot of fuck you. Apologies if you hear a lot of like tire screeching. Just as a force of habit, I usually have the run button on. It's almost like required in a lot of areas of the Rayman platforming you'll
Honestly,
find.
you say the tire screeching. I'm just amused by the fact that like Rayman, the running animation just makes it sound like Rayman's a horse.
That's true. He's got some gallop.
He's galloping through the winds.
I mean, I guess his face kind of looks like a horse.
Actually, not through the
As if I really look like that.
Alright, I can only assume you have to just take a berry and just...
Actually, you say that, Sam. I just imagine, like, Rayman, like, very briefly turns into, like, the Rayman from that scrapped Baby Rayman cartoon, and him saying, like, as if I look like this.
Oh my god.
That's Baby Rayman. Wait, you mean that one? You mean that one show they were trying to pitch involving those what were they called?
The Incredibles.
The Incredibles from fucking Rayman Adventures.
Alright, base out that one.
I forgot that was even gonna be a thing at first.
I mean, I don't forget, because for the longest time, it was, like, the closest thing to Rayman news they would give us.
Better.
I never forgot.
Mosquito's nest.
Oh man, wouldn't it be some shit though if it turns out that rumor involving a Rayman 3 port ends up being true?
I mean, I wouldn't be against it. Like, Rayman 3 is like... I guess just to go into a bit of that, since we are planning on redoing the games anyway, we might as well just treat this as like a soft reboot. Even though I've had exposure to Rayman 1 and 2, more so 2 than 1, 3 was technically the game that really got me into the series, because I remember borrowing it from my friend Jake back in high school, and I remember enjoying it quite a bit.
Oh no, same.
It's fun for the most part. Even if I do think there are some things that it does that I think Rayman 2 still did better.
I mean, that's also fair.
Yeah.
Like, it's definitely a more combat-oriented Rayman game, and I think that's both a blessing and a curse in its case.
Alright.
But again, that's something we can get into once Doug does Rayman 3 for us. Speaking of which, though, as far as our plans for redoing the Rayman games are concerned, like, obviously Logan's here doing Rayman 1 via the Redemption fan game for us.
Yes.
After this, we're going to take a slight detour, as I will be showcasing the magical in-between of Rayman and Rayman 2 called Tonic Trouble.
Yes, another game that this division had released.
Basically, see it as Rayman 2's twin sister, for lack of a better word.
I was say alcoholic uncle, just waiting to see
Alcoholic
what
uncle.
That's the
No,
worst
I would say
way.
no. Alcoholic cousin. Alcoholic cousin once removed.
okay.
I was actually thinking if we were gonna stay with the whole sister thing, Rayman's like, I have a sister! He sees he sees an ugly sister.
An ugly sister!
Forgot about that.
And he sounds just like me.
Why'd you steal my voice?
Anyway, after we're done with Donic Trouble, I will be taking the helm for Rayman 2, though I'm still debating if I'll do the Dreamcast version of that game or the Revolution version for PS2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I
Oh,
want to
okay.
ask, like, you mentioned there's also, like, a PC version. Is that, like, based on any specific version, or is that, like, its own beast?
Oh, that's pretty much like the initial version of Rayman 2, the Great Escape.
Hell?
Oh, boy.
So this was a regular, really weird enemy that they actually turned into a mini boss in this game, just because of how freaking weird it is.
The original version of this enemy was kind of a pain in the ass to deal with. Like, you never could really kill it, but if you hit its lips enough times, it does get stunned and allows you to temporarily escape.
Right, yeah.
But just mind the
Oh,
health.
boy.
There you go. Yeah, just mind the health bar in the lower right. But yeah.
Did it burp in the original 2 when you killed it?
Nope.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, boy.
Hey. Thank you.
Just, yeah. Kind of grateful that they give it something. Kind of grateful that they actually let you kill the dang thing for a change.
Yeah.
Thank you. Little changes. What can I be doing with all these things I've been collecting so far?
All these tings here are, well, it's funny, because in the original Rayman, the tings serve two purposes. You collect 100 for them for a 1-up, which thankfully we're not going to have to worry about, and you could spend some of them if you ever come across the Magician on your adventures. And for 10 tings, he'll actually send you to a bonus round.
For 10 tings,
Oh.
please.
10 things,
10
please.
things, please.
But I see, and then that would be the main other way you would be getting like 1-ups or more goodies and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
But yeah, aside from that, and again, I'll be covering Rayman 2. We'll still debating on which version I'll do. And then after that, Doug will be taking over for Rayman 3. Now, what version he'll play will depend on if all those rumors end up being true.
Yeah, it just depends on those rumors.
Well, let's say, like, for the sake of rhetorics, it ends up just being a whole lot of, like, copium. Like, is there a specific version you would want to do instead?
I'll be handling the GameCube version if the rumors are just a dud.
Yeah, I'd say that's fair.
Okay.
Are you going to also be doing like the subtitling for it?
No. Just play on my own side.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Actually, it's funny because if those rumors do end up being true, my guess is that they're probably going to re-release the HD version of Rayman 3, which came out on like PS3 and Xbox 360 a while back. And one thing I do remember is that it did get subtitles, though it also did cut a few lines here and there.
Yeah, that's what I
Oh,
remember.
really?
Like, I remember, like, it was, like, a couple of, like, more subtle-ish lines that I removed. Like, I think one of them was, like, at the beginning, the whole, like,
Oh my god!
Yeah, they got rid of all that, which is kind of dumb. I don't remember if the old hag you fight in the bog of what was it called again? Like the
the Bog of
Murky
Murk,
Bog?
I think?
Bog of Merc.
yeah the bog of
Yeah,
Murk.
something like that.
I remember at one point when you encounter her for the hag for her boss fight, she's always like, "Ah, it's that pervert again!"
Well, I mean, like, it kind of makes sense considering...
I didn't mean I didn't know or something like that. He was just
I was
so...
about to say,
sorry,
yeah,
I didn't mean-
in her defense, it does kind of make sense considering how we inadvertently first met her.
Yes.
Yeah.
We didn't know that. Also, there we go.
Also,
think
still
that's the
fucked
fourth
up in
one.
retrospect, like what you find inside the outhouse when you start the level.
Oh, was that
yeah.
one of the cans?
Red gem
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, the red
in
gem.
in the toilet.
Of all things,
Yep.
the fucking toilet.
There's a heavy stone. I don't know what to say.
That game is on some shit, and
Ah.
I'm in for it.
Yeah. Ba-da-bup.
It is weird and kind of stupid, and that's why I love it.
It's stupid
Yeah.
as hell, but I love it.
And it's my boy.
It's still so funny looking back on the sequels to Rayman, just how much of a stark contrast they are to the original game. Like, you got the original Rayman. It's all cartoony and colorful and so full of life. And then you got the sequels, which are still full of life, but they treat themselves less like a colorful Disney-like adventure, more like the Dark Crystal.
Yeah, like a dark fantasy kind of story, right? I think that's a fair, like, I mean, it's a unique identity for it, I guess.
Man, just imagine that for a moment. If at any point before he retired, or he had to retire from doing movies in general, or just imagine if there was ever a Rayman movie made by freaking Don Bluth.
Oh, okay. You say Don Bluth? I was gonna say because you mentioned Dark Crystal. I was gonna say by the Jim Henson Company. Like, just imagine a Rayman Muppet in action.
Listen, I wouldn't I wouldn't be against that either. Best of luck figuring out how to make them look limbless, though.
I mean, the Jim Henson Company are pretty good at making like some pretty out there Muppets for a lot of their movies. I feel like it wouldn't be as hard for them as you would think.
That's fair. Never doubt the Muppets that were able to go to Treasure Island.
You will believe a Muppet can fly.
You will believe that there is such a thing as a giant animal.
Oh my gosh!
Oh boy.
And giant fruit. Oh, jeez.
Moving time.
Actually, you know what I think would be kind of like an amazing fusion, if you can hear me on the slogan? If there was like a collaboration between like the Jim Henson Company and what was the name of the studio that had like that puppetry mixed CGI type of animation that they're going to be handling that Robin and Nightwing movie?
I have no idea what their studio name is, but I love their work, and I'm really excited to see what they do. I think their art style is super unique.
Like, just imagine if there was a movie that combined both of those talents. I think cinema would, like, cry tears of joy.
I'm interested to hear them out on what they're doing. By the way, you've been hearing it a lot. I'm gonna actually like call attention to it, like especially as we get further in this game. The music for this game is like so surreal. It has like its own little like tone, but I really love the mood it puts me in.
Okay.
I fucking love this game's OST.
Very nice.
Special shout out to one Remy Gazelle, God rest his soul, for this amazing soundtrack.
Right. And it is a shame because I know like before he passed away, he was trying his best to do like a remix soundtrack based on the original game's OST, but he never got to finish it before he passed.
Which sucks. But you know, kudos to the man for what he was able to do before his passing.
Oh, absolutely.
Right. I remember there was this there was like this one video of him of him like playing some of the songs, including Mr. Dark's theme, which is such a fun like bop.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sure.
Guitar and stuff. And wasn't that the project that nice? Was that the project that like we like did like an art rendition for or something?
Oh yeah, she was commissioned to do like I don't know if it was going to be like the actual cover art, but she was commissioned to do art of it.
Nice.
So unlike his little brother, Mosquito here doesn't really mess around.
Oop.
So a lot of health, so we gotta fight with everything we've got, and loves to use fruit.
Loves fruit.
Especially of the spiky variety.
So we're gonna do our best to remember how to react to each type of fruit, and yeah. While we're doing all this, Sammy, what have you been up to?
What do you mean?
While I've been
doing some Rayman and stuff. Like, what have you been playing lately?
Lots and lots of party animals.
That's fair. It's a good game. Imagine if they did it. Whoa. Imagine if they did a Rayman party animal or a Glowbox.
I feel that would motivate Doug more to play the game than with me.
Day one.
Yeah.
Day one. On site.
On site. Locked and loaded.
I would say don't doubt it because, they already got the likes of freaking... there was like a Bill Reiser skin for one of the animals. Or maybe it's something tied to all animals. I forget. But I know there was something Contra-related that was...
Yeah, there's two Contra skins for two different animals. There's also Cult of the Lamb. There's Ori.
Ori in the Blind Forest.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say don't doubt that they could do something similar with Rayman. Though it's also a matter of fact of if Ubisoft's going to care enough to do it.
Ubisoft's probably going to be like, sure, whatever, I don't care.
They'd be like, oh, you want one of our characters? We know the perfect ones. Then it's just a bunch of rabbits.
Oh god.
Yeah, they would do rabbit. They would do rabbit before they added.
Real talk though, I think the rabbits would be pretty fitting.
Yeah, no, they would. I'll give you that.
Alright, one more bop out to do it.
One more boop in the snoot.
I mean, to be fair, Doug would be more motivated if the capybara was easy to access.
Mm-hmm.
They know how much people want the capybara.
I want my capybara!
I mean, how could you not love those long-faced little suckers?
I keep sending Doug so many videos of them, like, eating, like, vegetables and shit. It's funny.
No, you don't get a pat on the back. No, you sit there.
You tried to murder me, yeah.
You tried to kill me with fruit.
I don't give you. You're not my friend. I don't give you high fives.
Mosquito is much more ill-intended than his little brother is.
You know what?
Whoosh!
You do not deserve my pats.
Thank you. Just all the Kermits. Just thank you.
Nice job, Pink Helpers.
Nice job, Pink Helpers. Not just Pink Helpers. Anyway, as you see, and as we've seen other things, a classic ability of Rayman is using his fists of fun and frolicking, fanciful
Wonder.
Ah, gosh. Yes.
Oh, gosh.
To
He
swing.
can swing for rings with the greatest of ease, which is also the one ability you could get in Rayman 1 you still have to unlock here.
Right.
Yeah.
But there will also be new tune abilities we'll be finding on our adventure. But
The Force
we've also
Medallion.
assembled the
Oh,
fourth
that's
medallion.
right. So just because you actually got the whole medallion doesn't mean you already get access to the cosmetic question. You still have to buy that shit once you unlock the shop.
We gotta find the shop as well, and I don't know where the heck the shop is. You want to do another?
Yeah, let's keep going. I'd say one more whirlwinder.
Okay. Let's go to Bandland, everybody.
Yep, so now we come to sort of the first wall that Rayman 1 has in store.
Yeah.
Yes, buckle up, buckaroo.
And don't rest on your laurels just yet, because, like, even though this game is a lot more accessible now, it is still, at the end of the day, Rayman 1, and it's still not going to pull any punches.
Yeah, again, you're just a little more prepared for this adventure. Now, what's funny is that what the landscape that we're currently running on, well, first off, it's a nice little illusion that we're just coming here from the Pink Plant Woods. But secondly, I believe this whole area here, or that first initial area, was initially only something you could experience in the Atari Jaguar version of the game.
Oh.
Oh yeah, that's right. There was an Atari Jaguar version of Rayman.
Yeah.
Yes, there was.
You want to know what's actually even funnier about that, Sam? Initially, this
Oh!
game... Nice. Why not? It's while we're here. What's funny is that Rayman initially started as an Atari Jaguar game. It just got all its other ports later on.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yep. I think it was like one of the big. I think it was at the time one of the big like marketed like games of the Jaguar until of course it hit the PlayStation, and now this was I think one of the only like games that you could also that was like much in the way of a how to put this. It was one of the only games that was much in the way of a more vibrant, colorful game on that one PlayStation Classic thing they did.
Yeah? Which is so funny to me looking back, considering I still remember the commercial for the PlayStation Classic, and how there's Rayman. It's clearly his Rayman 2 model, but they released Rayman 1.
Yeah, I remember that.
That's just kind of fucked up.
Funny little contrast there. No, I guess it's also funny too because like Rayman 1, like for the longest time, was pretty much on a lot of systems at the time. Like initially started on Atari Jaguar, got its PlayStation and Saturn ports later, and it also was it was also on PC where it got a lot of its additional support for the longest time.
Huh.
So much so that one of the big claims to fame of the PC version of Rayman was that there was a level editor for it.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
And there is a level editor in this version. I forget if it was added.
Sort
after the
of.
move.
It's kind of sort of. It's still considered its own separate app.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
So
not
therefore you'd
accessible
run as a
from the
different-
redemption itself. It's kind of a bummer.
Well, yep. As you were seeing me do just then, one thing to keep an eye out for is keep an ear out, I should say, for that sound effect of something appearing, even if it's off screen. It usually means you should head back to double check what's behind you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Like that.
Excuse me, are you hucking loogies at me?
Lightning bolt loogies.
I was about to say that they're coming out of his eye, so would those even be loogies still?
Yes.
Feel the sting of red eye, you jerk.
For dry, red eyes, clear eyes is awesome.
Red
Oh,
eyes.
jeez.
Whoa.
Oh yeah, good old Anti-Tunes doing their usual Anti-Tune shtick.
Yep. Whoa!
Whoa!
There is still something funny about how the Anti-Tunes, for all intents and purposes, are kind of like that one constant of Rayman that's remained eternal throughout most of its iterations, even if whether intentionally or otherwise. Because, like, you got them here,
Rayman 2 had anti-tunes, but only in the PlayStation version. And then they would make their triumphant return with Rayman Origins as probably one of the more common foes.
Right.
Right. The mucky ones. And then could it be believed that they kind of inspired the idea of the Dark Lums?
I wouldn't be surprised if that were the inspiration.
I mean, honestly, like there's actually a lot more. Like we joke about the differences between games. From what I understand, like 3 does take a lot more from 1 than people give it credit for. Like for example, the Hoodlums. Apparently, some of the staff confirmed that like their designs were actually inspired by Mr. Dark.
I can believe it, especially with the tall hats.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which, speaking of Mr. Dark, I mean, even if he's one of those characters that, well, he's your generic McBad guy, but man, there's something about him, maybe that's kind of alluring as a character. Maybe it's just the mystique of it all. Yeah. Or the fact that, especially in the original game, he kind of just starts doing shit over time, like actually realizing that Till's been helping you out all this time. Maybe it's time to actually kidnap her ass so she doesn't give you any more powers.
Yeah.
Right, he's a smart villain. Also...
Well, you say he does such,
yeah.
but... Well, you say he, catches on, does stuff, but then you get to the final boss where, like, aside from creating that little firewall, he doesn't even bother fighting you himself. He just lets these malformed combinations of previous bosses do the fighting for him.
Which is a bummer. Though it's funny you bring that up, considering I think that's still supposed to be Mr. Dark taking on those forms himself.
Well, I feel like the game probably should have been a little bit more clear about that. I know the Game Boy Color version actually rectifies that, where you actually could fight him head-on in that version.
Are you sure you're talking about the Game Boy Advance version or the Game Boy Color version?
I said Game Boy Color.
Oh, you said Game Boy... I thought you said Advance.
No, I said Color.
Okay. But yeah, no, the Game Boy Color does have an actual one-on-one fight with him, and it's actually kind of interesting in a way. Mm-hmm. In fact, I'll say for what it's worth, if you can, ignore the fact that its soundtrack kind of stinks, it's honestly a really solid version of Rayman 1.
It's funny. You say stinks, I was gonna say, like, very unapologetically recycles a lot of Rayman 2, despite it not being Rayman 2.
Oh yeah, no, that's definitely for sure. I also just don't like it because of how minimalist it is.
That's fair.
Yeah.
And it kind of hurts the ears after a while.
It hurts my ears.
Which is funny, too, considering that Rayman 2 got its own Game Boy Color version around the same time, and the sound quality I remember being a slight bit better, but it also came at the cost of the cutscene art looking ugly as sin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Honestly, you could argue the fact that, because I remember when it first starts off, Rayman 1 has this too, but Rayman 2, where it has, like, this really, for the Game Boy Color, fluently animated CG opening of Rayman, with the Ubisoft logo and whatnot, and one could argue that kind of took, like, a majority of the budget for the Rayman 2 port.
I mean, yeah, I could believe that maybe compressing that might have been a reason why some sacrifices had to be made.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. With a shot.
Though it's also funny considering that those same cutscenes were actually taken from, of all things, the Rayman animated series.
Whoa.
Whoa.
With Logan's favorite character, Inspector Grubb.
Inspector Grubb.
Some things we just never let die.
Actually,
be that.
I still love how this motherfucker tried to get me with a question, and I said Inspector Grubb immediately.
I didn't know you knew him.
I remember him, Logan.
He's the Rayman fan. What'd you expect?
Logan, remember, I may be younger, but I was one of the only few that watched Gremlins before any of you.
Yeah, he's got us there.
That's true.
Even Goonies.
Actually, just going back to the Game Boy Color version of Rayman 1 real quick, it has an interesting significance to it because one of the leads on it, like, I don't know if he was like the lead designer or whatnot, but one of the leads for the Game Boy Color version of that ended up being one of the leads, or the lead for the Mario plus Rabbids spin-off series.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
If I remember correctly, he was responsible for doing the sketch work for the cutscenes. And man, it's
cool.
Considering how good those stills look in the game, whether it be in sketch form or in the game itself, like, I'd say, job well done.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, by the way, one of my favorite tracks in the game here.
Oh yeah, no, this is a really solid track. Also, I have nothing but respect for the man for getting out of Dodge while he could.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Like Ubisoft, for all intents and purposes, at this point in time, is a sinking ship that is burning to the absolute core.
Man. And you know
That's why we're here playing. That's why we're here enjoying their older titles.
Yeah.
Exactly. Remembering back to the good old days before they started to burn down their pockets.
Back when they had
Before the
soul.
days where they became more yucky.
Yes. Yes, I.
I was just joking, like along with you. It's like, you know, back when they had a soul. In fact, I would argue that, like, I hope he's able to find good work elsewhere. But I would argue that that guy, I need a refresher. What's his name again? The
Soliani.
David Soliani.
Yeah, it's Soliani. Like, you know, good on him for leaving. I hope he gets a good job elsewhere. But, you know, not all that comforting to know that, like, the only person that I would argue still has a crumb of soul for Ubisoft just pretty much took the soul with him.
Which is oddly funny, because if I'm not mistaken, there's been, like, several reports for the past, like, I don't know, a couple of months now that apparently Ubisoft actually is in the process of making a new Rayman game. Now, whether or not that's true or not, that remains to be seen.
Well, the thing is, it's interesting, because I hear, like, a bunch of things, like, they definitely have something Rayman-related planned, but I think it's kind of up in the air as to what it is. Like, the most popular theory is, you know, like we mentioned earlier, like a remaster of Rayman 3. We don't know what all they have planned outside of that.
Only time will tell, but in the meanwhile, we'll at least we'll just pretend that, you know, for all intents and purposes, the Rayman franchise is dead, and we will honor its memory by playing the games again.
Yeah, that's what we're doing here. Oh, Sammy, have you seen it? Sammy, do you have a favorite of the Rayman titles?
From the ones I have played, I mean, Rayman 2 is very fun, and I like its story generally. It's just I need Doug to not give me critical reviews with it.
Listen, once you get over that, once you get over the barrel throwing section, you're golden.
I will never get over the barrel throwing section.
It's just like me when I was your age.
I remember my first barrel section.
I remember
Hit me clean over the head.
I remember my first barrel section. Yeah, no, I remember as a kid, really, like, that was like one of the big things that stumped me for the longest time, but then, which is so funny considering the solution to clearing it is so freaking obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Curious.
So I guess it's also a matter if you also know how to throw the barrel before you, and then
I died as I lived.
By a sharp note.
Up the ass.
With a sharp note.
Yes.
Sounds painful.
I see what I need to do. I need to hold full right.
Better the sharp note than the brown note.
There you go.
Yes.
Well, regardless, it just sounds like a painful way to live, Logan. You need to do better with yourself.
Oh, shush. We'll be okay. You can't tell me how to die.
But I don't want you to die, period.
You can't tell me
know,
how
but
to die.
I will choose. I don't know. It'll happen one of these days. Anyway, just checking my watch. Yeah, one day. No, anyway, no, I don't want that to happen.
Maybe next year.
So, hopefully not before we finally hear about that Switch 2 thing that's coming out in a month or two now.
Man,
which, thankfully...
Why does it always gotta be the biggest stuff ever that always makes me go, you know what, I can go a day without sleep.
At the very least, somebody did tell them, sir, we shouldn't do it on April 1st.
I mean, I figure that's kind of like one of those no-shit things.
Yeah.
So yeah, hence why it's going to be on April 2nd, and...
Do you think April Fool's is a holiday that they, like, have as much reverence for in Japan as they do in the States?
I
actually don't know.
Honestly, don't remember.
I don't think April 1st is Red Nose Day in Europe, so I don't know
Red
if it's...
Nose Day?
Yeah, it's Red Nose Day.
Yeah, Red Nose Day.
Well, it's also April Fool's, but we have Red Nose Day as well.
Red Nose Day hype is... It's based on like a... It's like a charity thing, isn't it? Where
It's a charity thing.
It's mainly like spreading positivity and jovialness and... Oh my. Oh, I need a tune for that thing.
Real cute there, game. Real cute.
Thank you, game.
But,
Tease us with something we can't even do yet.
Aww.
Nope, not for a while too. It's all about spreading positivity and like silliness and stuff. It's where that one of my favorite videos that the orchestra. Fuck you. It's where that one like orchestral thing of like the orchestra of like errors or whatever, where it's like he did like the one where like they simulated like your computer having a crash, just, and then the entire audience from the conductor, shit, and then they just continued forward. But that was a big one. Ooh. That was a big one. Oh, I'm just holding left and praying. Ow.
So wait, what is the holiday called?
Red Nose Day.
Red Nose Day, like a clown.
You know, it's funny considering I do believe one of the cosmetics you can earn in this game is Clown Rayman with a red nose.
Hey.
Yeah.
Oh.
You can be a clown.
Honk honk.
Alright, now I want to go back and see if I can find any way down there, because I saw a tune cage.
I guess the jokes play themselves.
Joke's on me, I suppose.
Joke's on you, joke's on me.
Actually, speaking of like little like rewards and Easter eggs and whatnot, I forget, like, are you able to like access the cheat menu off the bat, or is that something you have to like wait a ways till you get to?
No, I can activate it. I can probably activate it right here. Extra.
Oh, because I was about to say,
yeah.
Because I was about to say,
yeah.
A lot of interesting little Easter eggs within this. Like, obviously, you can get some things. Look, type in Glowbox.
Oh, okay.
Can you not just type it out the keyboard?
I don't know. Let's try. Oh, yeah, sure can.
Exclamation points.
Oh, exclamation points.
There you go.
Glowbox moment.
Glowbox
Well, hang on,
God.
there's at least two more I want you to put in. One of them is just, is it just rabbits or raving?
Rabbits.
Okay.
Exclamation?
No.
No.
And then finally,
And one more, which is unfortunately dated.
yeah, Rayman for Smash, or is it Ray for Smash?
Ray for Smash. Ray for SSB. Wrong code.
Ray.
Yeah, Ray for for
Super
SS
Smash Brothers
Ultimate.
You and me both, buddy.
You and me both.
I mean, technically he is in the game as a spirit.
yeah,
As a spirit. But he did. But of all things, and I guess to spoil a little bit of a project we're going to be doing later this year, hopefully, depends on if there's any new additions that we could also include, especially if the seasonal thing continues. He did finally get some classic appreciation from Sony in Astrobot.
Right.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Took him long enough.
And it's so funny because, like, when I saw that, it's like, because I'm so used to, like, a lot of the properties more or less being, like, their modern selves, seeing Rayman in, like, the Rayman 1 getup actually kind of surprised me.
same.
Yeah.
A little.
Used to wear so much pink.
A lot of pink.
So much
And
pink.
his hair used to be so unkempt.
So much pink. So he got the lasagna hair back.
The lasagna hair back.
You said exactly. He has the 3 strips of bacon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he has his neckerchief,
Yeah.
Good old neckerchief.
which in
Oh,
retrospect
which-
kind of makes you wonder how can he keep that on if he doesn't have a neck?
Yes.
Don't question it.
It's special. Well, stop.
I guess
That's
if he like ties it up real well.
It's like
Except
asking
the
him.
oh boy.
It's like asking him the same question with the hood get up.
Uh-oh.
You're dead.
I thought there were goodies. I thought there were treats and goodies
I
down
thought there were
there.
Rayman treats.
That's another point off of your overall score.
If there's no sparklies down there, Logan, odds are good. It's probably death.
Oh, so they will actually let me know. I guess I'll say, like, this version of the game does do its best to, like, limit the amount of, like, leaps of faith you'll have to take.
Which is good. And I mean, also helps, too, considering that, you know, it supports native widescreen.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, alright. Up and over.
Honestly, it's still pretty impressive how many, like, things you can customize in this game, whether it be, like...
Oh, we're just gonna run.
Whether it be your controls or even how certain things sound. Like, we've been hearing the Jaguar sounds for the Tings all this time. And maybe we should change that to something a little more pleasing. Like the way the Japanese version does it.
I forgot, like, which version of it has them where they're just kind of like,
That would be
Oh, that would be the PC.
the PC version. Yeah.
okay.
I'm turning off that skid sound effect because that was also going to be driving me nuts. I'm sure it's going to be driving people nuts eventually later.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I'll admit, I was always never the biggest fan of the way the PC version does it, or PC/Game Boy Advance version, where it's all just like pop sounds. Which, I mean, I get it. They look like bubbles. It would make sense that they were to sound like they were popping. But after, it kind of just makes me miss the fact that, you know, they're called tings. What's a ting but a very fancy sound. Exactly. Ting noise.
Oh,
Oh, off he goes. He's one of my deadliest foes yet.
Yeah, no,
Nope.
I never liked those grasshoppers.
Always gonna be. You tried to get hit now, didn't you?
This has been, first of all, this has been the longest goddamn first level, I feel like. Is this
it
still
the
the
first
first level, or am I...
We made a mistake!
Is this the first level still? I feel like it's the first
Yeah,
level.
no, it's still the first level, and it's honestly funny, because I do remember, like, the initial first level of, oh, God, this
Oh, yeah.
suck.
oh dear.
I do remember, like, the initial, like, Bandland level was kind of long in the tooth.
Yeah, I remember.
Although, and also, unlike the original Rayman, you actually have to fight this guy.
Yeah, before he was just an obstacle.
Yeah, he was a glorified obstacle. You had to pretty much float your way around.
God damn it, Logan!
He was hurting. He's a big man.
He's a bruiser. I mean, look at him. Look at those fine abs.
I want to look at them. They scare me.
Look at those pecs. It puts freaking Superhead to
It
shame.
looks like he's got man boobs. Which is what pecs are.
This is Ed.
Man,
That's good.
you say that that just gives me a whole other image I didn't need to think about.
Oh dear.
Oh, he's mad.
Yeah, no, he's pissed now.
He's a big man, pissed man.
Leroy Brown.
God, I hate way too many projectiles here.
Oh, this is a Toho game?
I actually can despawn the lightning bolt if I walk on the street. What are you doing? Get away, dude.
Oh yeah, no, he's catching on to your tricks.
Oops.
Curse you!
See? This is what happens when you cheat, Logan!
What do you, I didn't cheat! I saw a glow box moment. I took it. But there, I can despawn. Yeah, I can despawn the lightning bolts for the most part if he's far enough away.
Yeah.
He's too close now. Now I can despawn it. So, whoop. Over here, no lightning bolt. Over here.
I just want to bang my maracas in peace.
Is that too? Is that so wrong? Oh, there you go.
Doesn't mean they come for knowing that it wasn't this obnoxious in the original game. All you had to worry about is just staying on the hovering platforms as it slowly fades. Like it's one of those things where it's kind of it takes you on a ride past this point.
There you
Oh,
go.
my
There you
God.
go.
Fall apart, you bucker.
Third time's the charm.
Rue.
Yeah, exactly. Now you're getting it. Now you understand the expectations we're supposed to have around here.
Now you're playing with power.
Oh,
Oh,
look behind you.
Aha! Damn it!
I think he's mad that you killed his daddy.
No. Oh yeah, they are
Punching him in
related.
the fucking balls, dude. That's
Kill my
low.
daddy.
What's funny is that I think that's a Redemption exclusive enemy.
wouldn't surprise me.
I think it is.
Now he won't be no daddy.
Why would you punch him in the balls?
I don't know, actually. I guess because it was possible. Oh my god!
I mean, hey, anything's possible when you put it to Game Maker.
Jesus Christ, dude.
I thought you were about to say anything's possible in Rayman's world.
That's also true.
In Rayman's world.
Like that.
Now you're just flexing on him. Alright, let's go. Whoa.
Now to play basketball.
And how can you flex when you have no muscles to flex?
Oh, you're a good pair of eyes. I like you.
Yep, he got his clear eye in.
And goodie.
Oh.
Nope. Let's get out of here. I don't care.
There we
Yeah,
go.
it's weird. Like there's all these sparklies all around, but I guess since they're all so spread out, I guess that just shows that you don't have to worry about touching that
Well,
one.
there's the
there
shop.
you go. Now you got the shop.
Can buy an extra life. Don't need it.
That's a
This
cute
will let me start the next level. Don't need that. Don't
horseshoe
need
reference
that.
there.
That's a very nice one, actually. However, I should say this one comes at a bit of a like double-edged sword.
How so?
It's really neat to have. It's really neat to have the tings move towards you, but some tings are literally placed in such a way where the game expects you to go like in that
Rabbit.
spot in order to like trigger the next like thing to appear.
Right.
Basically, I'm not going to stress too much about that one. This one will be much more useful because I get more health, and you can buy certain skins,
Yep.
including Blue Rayman and hey, the suits from
from Rayman
the-
3. That's the green vortex. That's the heavy metal fist. That's the lockjaw.
What was it called? Combat fatigues.
Yeah,
Combat
combat
fatigue.
Yes, combat fatigue.
Combat
exactly what we
Yeah,
need.
shock rocket. That's exactly what we need. Rayman, no. And the livings, and you can, and for getting everything, we get to dress up as a living stone, and you get the idea. For every jewel, you get to dress up as the enemy from that area.
Yeah.
And you can also get stuff to fashion out all those checkpoints you've been getting.
Oh yeah, new photo
And
booths.
I want to say that's it.
Yep. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save up to get the this one because I think that's the most useful thing for me in the foreseeable future. And there is a cheat that could.
Also, I was actually, yeah, you were about to say same thing I was about to.
There is a cheat that I could just do that just gives me all the things immediately if I want.
Yeah, but where's the fun in that?
50 cages.
Man, that's already a pretty steep climb compared to just 10.
Yeah.
Right. All right. Lego Presto.
That's a bit much, Ma.
I mean, yeah, no, what an overachiever you're trying to make me.
Ooh.
I guess it is funny though, because I do believe at most Batilla will give you like 3 extensions.
Oh, okay.
I do believe if you do get all of the Electoons in this version of the game, you do unlock
Oh!
something a little more than just an additional like HP up. But I forget if it was like a whole new level or something else completely.
I don't remember.
Okay.
Logan, I thought we were doing one level.
No.
It was a reflex.
Wait.
Logan's holding us hostage now.
Well, no. By another level.
Level. I thought you said world.
Yeah.
Yeah, by another level. We're just gonna clear Bandland.
Oh.
Come back.
I mean, to be fair, we did clear probably the longest hurdle of Bandland. So I think for now, like from here on out, we should be okay.
Theoretically.
Things are gonna be a lot more smoother now. As you've seen, they're making a lot of use out of these slippery bars.
Yeah.
Yep, always a fun thing to slide on when you get the chance.
Oh.
All right, see if I can do this. Build up some speed, build some speed, build some speed, build some speed. That ain't happening. Let's move.
Oh well.
Well, that ain't happening.
I like this. I like the soundscape of these areas where it's like where it sounds like whoa.
Whoop!
Well, that previous area anyway, the soundscape made it sound like it was like a band concert stuck in a tornado.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, like the 1935 band concert.
Yeah, I like that. I like that short.
Me too.
Oh.
I think these are unique to this game. The piano platforms.
I think so. Yeah.
Hey.
Come on.
Yeah. There you go.
Hey, there you go.
Take
Though
a
do
photo
be
left.
careful because some of those trumpets, they're not looking too hot, so they're going to be blowing in the opposite direction instead.
Right. Just think of them like long, blasters.
Exactly.
Oh.
They're blowing out just enough air to force you. There you go. You made the impossible jump.
First right there.
Was it
Was
really
it
that
actually an
impossible?
impossible? Was it actually an impossible jump when
I
it came
don't
out?
remember actually. Maybe.
Even I don't.
Actually, hang on. I want to go back up there because there is some. It looked like there was a goodie I could use. So let me try that. But yeah, difficulty of this game aside, I think having the casual mode makes it a lot more approachable for new people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nope.
No.
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 No, come on.
Now then.
The last thing I need now is you dooting me in the wrong direction.
Rayman
Okay.
doots as he pleases.
I'm a dude to dude.
Okay. Oh, no, you don't. Crouch and then do it. There we go.
I think that I forget if this Redemption even has the trumpets that blow you in the opposite
Pull you towards
direction.
him. I think
Yeah.
they will. I think we'll see them. Maybe here.
Oh yeah, here, it's this guy. Yeah, there you go. He's playing the wrong note.
Okay,
Whoa.
I don't know why, but when you said blow him in the opposite direction, I was half expecting the gust to come from the mouthpiece.
Oh,
That would be funny, admittedly. Well, then again, with how small that thing is, you probably wouldn't get that much distance.
that and crouch. Oh,
Ooh.
And of course, they'll pull sneaky moves on you like that. Uh-oh.
I thought there was sign over here.
That's a
Run back.
trap!
Actually, in the original game, I do believe that was an instant kill.
If you can't run back, it would just.
No, if you just land on the sharp notes, period.
Yeah, those were Mega Man spikes originally.
Yeah,
That's
like
nice.
if you step on them, Rayman immediately did the whole ouchie, ouchie, my butt, and then died.
Oh yeah.
My toes.
Essentially, yeah.
And just in case, checking anything. They will do this. I may look paranoid now. They will do this at least once in this game, where you actually have to jump around it.
Logan,
and
don't
it's
you
just
know?
enough to find a good.
It didn't happen.
I'm not crazy.
I'm not real.
I'm not Rayman.
Was I ever a thing at all?
I'm not Tommy.
I'm not Tommy.
I'm trying to think about other topical things that are happening right now.
Real-
Happening right now.
While you do that, just dumb idea. In a future Rayman scenario where him and Globox are going through let's say for the sake of rhetorics, a hallucination cave. Rayman's like, Globox, are you okay? Globox turns around with the exact same devil name face. I'm not Globox.
I'm not Glowbox.
Oh.
God. It's possible. It's possible. But no,
No, he just turns around and suddenly now he has Rayman's head.
Yeah!
Hello. I heard that. Yeah.
Actually, it's
Why did I make him laugh like that?
instead of the ding, it's just the thing that Doug made up.
Oh. Here. When we get to the next sign, I want to see if you can time that.
I'll try to.
I don't know if it's on your voice mod or not.
It's on voice mod.
Okay, cool.
Actually, what's kind of neat is that whenever you grab a 1-up statue, even in the casual mode, it not only nets you more tings, it also does fully restore your health.
That's good.
Oh, I didn't realize that. That's actually very nice. It's probably how I haven't been dying a
I
klutz
forget,
this whole time.
is that something that the original did as well, where if you collect them, they refill your health, or did they just exclusively give you 1-ups?
Oh no, it completely refilled your health.
Appreciate it.
Which is also good. Which is nice, but it's also kind of a bummer considering that 1-ups in that game were finite.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Know that I
dear
had
me, you're not gonna make it.
Know that I had sense.
Of what?
I jumped
He
down
had
there
sense.
with sense.
Look, there was 2 nickels, a dime. I think there might have been a quarter, but he must have accidentally dropped it.
So,
No, because you get no.
who fucked it?
Oh, that's kind of one I haven't heard in a while.
Because you know
I'm not
what?
mad, I just want to know.
Because I pegged me all wrong. I got no sense. No sense at all.
you're not mad?
No,
No.
I'm fucking livid! None of you fuckholes know what you're doing!
It's just every time, again, that guy does such. I'm gonna miss him. I'm gonna miss him if he ever stops because Destiny dies eventually, like it's going to.
It's gonna happen. At
That
this point.
sucks.
Something-
That's a
oh,
bad
boy.
jump.
You know something I'm wondering? He might prove me wrong by the time this gets uploaded, but I don't know why not. But considering that He-Man was a big chunk of what made his videos popular to begin with, I think it'd be nice if he made some kind of, memorial video for, He-Man's original actor, now that he passed away.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Nice. But we shall see.
Thanks for reminding me of that. Now I have to post the sad Adam.
Oh.
Well, buckle up, buckaroo!
Buckaroo!
Yeah, as you do. Alright, see if I cannot get that guy.
And it's
Maybe I
still
can go
funny
over
looking
here.
back on the original He-Man series and how, even in his default princely form, he's still jacked as shit.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
is.
Oh, yeah.
It's funny.
Oh.
There we go. Sheesh. Heal up. More tings. Okay, so I guess one thing that's kind of topical at the moment is today Rooster Teeth posted some sort of announcement that they're gonna try and make a comeback.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're gonna with the one of the original people, which oh boy.
Alright, I'm ready.
Oh, ready, Doug? Go! I love that. Also, hey, some sour notes are being played now.
Oh no, not the sour grapes!
I guess I should use not the sour notes yet, but
What
but I
the
can punch them
fuck?
and turn them to sour note.
Oh, what's up?
Yeah, you punch them, they turn to tadpoles.
I'm sorry. Why do they look like that when they're punched?
Yes.
If you beautified them.
I mean, look at the way they're shaped.
Yeah, we gotta get to the bottom of this, and one of the sassiest boss themes in the biz.
Welcome to Rayman, Sam.
I didn't expect.
Welcome to Rayman's world.
I didn't expect them to like turn feminine.
Oh,
I mean,
that's
it looks like they
that
have
is a
the
very
lips
fair. That's a very fair point, actually. That is
Let it
very
be known,
weird.
Sam, we're just scratching the surface with this game.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm aware, but still, that just caught me off guard. I'm like, what? Why'd they go
I
feminine?
forget about that. Like, if we talked about this already, then I apologize in advance. But as far as like not even just playing it, just like witnessing it, like how much of like Rayman 1 have you seen in advance?
Not that advanced.
Well, not very much, because Doug doesn't
Damn
always
it.
show it. He either shows 3 or 2.
I mean, can you blame me?
That's
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not blaming you.
that's
I'm
fair.
just asking for Sam's sake, just to see how much of this is blind or not.
This is blind.
I mean, listen, if you really want to earn that Doug rank, try to beat this game, like the original game.
For real.
wait, not Redemption, like really?
Yeah, the original PS1 or PC or Saturn or hell, even Atari Jaguar, Rayman.
Oh,
And
God.
I'm gonna do that at some point.
One day.
Doug's gonna get his full Doug rank.
I'll show why.
Yeah, no, truly solidify it by beating the original game as it was meant to be beaten.
As it was meant to be beaten.
I also like.
I will say though, like,
I-
just real quick, I want to be careful which version because, like, I don't know if it was the Jaguar or the Saturn version, but like one of them actually did have the common sense to do kind of like what Redemption did here, like the common sense to not make all the Electoons required to beat the game.
I think that was the Jaguar version.
Yeah.
I want to say it was the Jaguar version.
did Advance
I
require?
think so.
Advance, you still had to get them all.
Okay, and I think that's the same for the DS version, right?
I believe so, yeah.
I mean, the version I'm more familiar with of playing is the original PlayStation version, so...
Alright.
Right, as most people.
Yeah.
I mean, by and large, if it's not Redemption, then that's like the other best version of Rayman 1. Even with that bullshit stipulation of getting all the Electoons.
Yeah. Which does remind me of, I remember playing Redemption, I think over a year ago at this point, in your server, Steve, and I was showing the same in some others. And then we were talking about Origins, and I immediately switched to that.
Oh, I mean, Origins and Legends is one of those games that once you remember it exists, you're like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Hey, you.
Oh yeah!
hey, Mr. Sachs.
How you doing, Mr. Sachs?
So you're that little runt causing discord in my kingdom. Leave while you still can.
Thanks, Louis Armstrong.
You'll feel the wrath. I know I didn't play a saxophone. Shush. Feel the wrath of the mighty saxophone.
I was about to do a stupid move that would have gotten me so much hate, which is calling him Neil Armstrong
Okay, we'll
for a
see ya.
second, and I'm like, no, that's the astronaut. That's not the fucking.
Well, you know what?
Right, no.
I mean, they
that's a
both have
different
similar
one.
names.
You know what, Sam?
Help.
If it makes you feel any
Help.
better, if it makes you feel any better, Sam, I don't think any mistake like that would be as hilarious as when Jordan accidentally called Freddie Mercury Freddy Krueger.
That is actually funny.
Anyway, welcome to the Gong Heights.
Gong Heights.
Where the majesty of music can be brought to its truest potential.
This is usually one of the tracks I put in my background whenever I need to calm down for stuff, or even drawing-wise.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't even consider that because usually Tropical Freeze has been my go-to soundtrack for like zenning out to like color or do video editing or stuff. Nice. But man, I probably need to listen to the Rayman 1 soundtrack again.
I probably should too.
Dude, you should.
Were there different versions depending on which port you had?
I think, as far as I know, the music didn't really change all that much between versions.
Even on the Game Boy Advance?
Like, I think there might have been, like, some tracks that were, like, omitted or missing, but as far as, like, fully, like, version-exclusive tracks, I don't think there really were a whole lot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not too many.
That's nice. Oh, hello. What was that? I heard that sound. Oh, there you go. Okay.
Just come back here.
Don't you go spooking at
These
me.
levels make the most out of like just making random crap appear to like fill out what would normally be a pretty like to the point where a random thing I remember is that when I remembered at one point I got this really nifty Game Boy Advance. It was almost like a strategy guide, James, that had like 4 different like strategy guides in one, all for Game Boy Advance games.
Oh.
It was like one of them was this game, one of them was the Symphony of the Night port, or whichever one that was, and then
I was on the GBA.
or some Castlevania was on the GBA where you had to fight a guy. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe I'm thinking of a different version. But
I mean, there's like several Castlevania games on the GBA, so
Yeah, there
I guess
is.
it would have to be a launch title or something. I don't know. And then they also had F-Zero, the F-Zero game on the GBA in that guide as well. Oh, anyone yeah, I remember now. So it was Rayman, a Castlevania game. Don't remember which. F-Zero.
Oh, if it's like early enough, I would say you're thinking of Circle of the Moon.
That was it then. And then the other one was Super Mario Advance. And hello.
So you're new.
Mr. Dark's reign is disturbing the peace of Gong Heights. I know you defeat him, Rayman, so I'm going to help you on your quest.
Speak up.
Grab these rings with your fist, and I will send you flying to the octopus's garden.
Ah, interesting. The first of several Redemption exclusive gimmicks.
Oh yeah. Also, all I heard from that fucking voice is just hearing Ringo.
Oh,
That's
God.
what I was saying. I was like, it was big send you to the octopus's garden.
God damn it.
Wee!
That's not even how he fucking actually sounds.
I know he doesn't sound like it at all, but I still
Wait,
love
who?
freaking, like
Well, what's being referred to here? I want to
Ringo
make sure.
Starr.
Ringo Starr.
Oh.
Guys, look! I made a song. Oh, that's great, Ringo.
Great Ringo.
And I'm like,
You know
that's not
what?
how he actually sounds.
You know what?
I'm probably
We're gonna
mixing
put
it.
it right here on the fridge, so everyone gets to see it. All right.
I didn't know.
How'd that whole cliche even start in the first place?
Thank the Beatles cartoon and Yellow Submarine for that shit, because that's why they have, like, those fucking stupid, like, same-sounding voices.
Oh, what do you want to do? Oh, no, don't start that again.
God.
Like, that's
Uh-oh.
really what started it, was the cartoon and Yellow Submarine that started, like, that whole thing of, like, them sounding like that. And that was, like, one of the things that, like, any of them, like, complained about. It's like, that's not what I sound like. That's not what I sound like.
Do you think we all sound like Ringo?
Yeah,
Ringo.
literally.
We all sound like Ringo. Not here.
God.
I mean, it's kind of funny how much gets misinterpreted for being real when you really stop to think about it, whether it be that or that age-old, like, when everyone goes all, beam me up, Scotty, even though that was never actually said that way in the original show.
No, it was always Scotty beat me up or something like that. Oh,
Yeah.
hey, yeah.
Maybe that was more so like an animated series thing, because I remember Star Trek had one of those as well.
Oh, yeah, they did, yeah.
Maybe that's where that whole "beam me up, Scotty" thing came
I need
from.
to watch
Scotty.
Star. You know, I need to watch Star Trek because my sister did try to get me into it. She likes. Star
I don't think
Trek.
there's anything. Oh, there
Or
is.
sorry, they like Star Trek.
Oh,
You must believe that a Muppet can fly. Hype.
you know, when you really look at Rayman in the original game, he does look like a Muppet.
He's a
You
Muppet.
believe a Muppet can
He's a
fly.
silly Muppet.
Uh-oh.
What the fuck?
I took the wrong.
Logan.
I took the wrong time to take a drink. Jeez.
Yes,
My
you did.
God.
No. I want that. Give me at it.
I love how like that first reaction. It's like, oh, it just hit me.
Oh my god.
Oh no, that static-looking cloud is chasing very intimidatingly at you.
Yeah,
I don't
that's what
like
you
the
get with
way he's
with-
glaring at me. If I feel
That's what you get for a
challenged.
unique spread. Oh, now that Cloud JPEG is spitting at me. Ow. And now that one's spitting at
Again,
me.
no disrespect to Raimani. I mean, again, you made a fantastic fan game out of this, but again, it's kind of obvious. Again, I said before, it's obvious to tell what assets are original, which ones are stuff from the original game.
Right. Yeah.
And I mean, some of them are easier to notice than others. Now that being
There we
said, though, if you want to see some of Raimani's other work, one in particular that actually was released some time ago, I have it on Steam here. Let me actually look up the name real quick.
Okay. 'Cause I know he's done.
I think it's called Scoop Kick.
Oh.
It's like a Burger Time-esque sort of game where you're playing as this ice cream vendor who's trying to take out these rogue living like pieces of fruit or whatever, trying to ruin your business. Oh. And kind of in the same vein as Burger Time, you're trying to make these giant scoops of ice cream.
Oh yeah.
I forget, like, didn't he also, isn't he also working on, like, a Rayman 1 successor called, like, Connie's Adventure or something?
Yes, it's something like that. Let me actually look at the title real quick.
Oh, you're a good person. Thank you.
No, definitely look up their work if you ever get the chance, because they're not to the same degree as Rayman 1, but I think they're solid enough indie games in and of themselves.
Yeah.
Or at the very least, one of them is. Connie's still in development, from what I remember. Connie and the Essence of Chaos.
That's it.
Oh.
Ow!
Jeez! Why are you spamming in my eyes?
My
eyes! I don't like you, Cloud.
Oh! And the clouds don't like you back.
Aw, he made Blizzard sad.
Blizzard's all sad, yeah. Poor little
Alright,
guy.
now then. Poor little
Now I'm gonna starve.
He was gonna go
So-
and take me to McDonald's.
No, I keep forgetting about that one.
There's the Machinicious token again. Oh well.
I completely forgot about that one.
All good.
No.
Surely they won't open their eyes again after being shot like that for a few times. Also, looking into it further, apparently, Blizzard being able to shoot his projectiles out like this, I can't quite tell if it's the way it's done here is like unique or whatever. But apparently, the idea of Blizzard actually being able to shoot from his little schnoz there was something that could be done in the Atari Jaguar version of the game.
Ah.
Oh.
So this is essentially just Rayman bringing that back in full force.
That's interesting. Like,
Again,
I just figured it was just an homage to Origins Mosquito levels.
I mean, for all we know, that's pretty much what they were doing for this version here. Yeah.
Again, I give him credit for like doing his best, doing his darndest to like pay some form of homage to paying some sort of homage to every single version of this game.
Yeah.
I think isn't there like, because we will encounter it later. Isn't there like even like a bonus game that's based on those edutainment games that this one had?
There's a whole world dedicated to it. Or a whole level dedicated to Rayman Jr. / Brain Games.
Right.
But that's like much later on. Otherwise, the shop here... Actually, the shop right here, the music that's currently playing is the map theme from Rayman, the Atari Jaguar version.
Huh.
Oh yeah, it is.
There you go.
That's nice. Alright, that's gonna help out. That's gonna help out a ton. Let's go to Mr. Sax's Hullaballoo.
Hullaballoo.
Hubble what?
How about what?
Hullaballoo. Hullaballoo.
I do remember another Atari Jaguar track they took from. That'll appear later in the game. That actually surprised me.
Alright.
What are you doing?
We'll also say as a quick aside that, oh dear.
I'm gonna try it out, but I continue.
Okay, fair. Everyone gets one. Actually, it's funny, too, because I do recall that one major thing that was from the original Atari Jaguar version is something you can unlock in this game for, I think, getting all of the Electoons or getting all the skins or something along those lines. Or more or less 100% the game.
Okay. I mean, as you've been seeing, though, one big like problem, I guess we would say about Rayman 1 is the amount of precision platforming that is required.
Yeah,
yeah.
which,
Like,
to be
there'll
fair,
be very
is a little
thin platforms.
It's a little tighter in Redemption's case, thankfully. Whereas in the original Rayman, like, not to say it wasn't manageable, but there was a little bit of momentum in putting the Rayman's jumps.
God damn it, Logan!
All good.
It's kind of like what he had in the original game is kind of like the Belmont jump, but not really. Like, you jump in a direction you're mostly committed to it, though you could, turn the other way, but not quite get as much distance, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying, yeah. But, yeah, I heavily recommend using the D-pad. I do not... For things like this, Crash Bandicoot, I am not usually one to use strengthening. I'm not usually one to use analog stick if I need to.
Also, kind of a funny thing considering we're working with with the game maker in mind or whatever. I assume it was just something that he could do easily. The way Rayman looks whenever he's shrunken down, he still retains his original sprites.
Oh, in the original, did it change something else?
Yeah, the sprite was entirely different due to the fact that, well, I don't think sprite scaling like this was quite possible on the PS1.
Gotcha. Huh.
Or if it was probably required some sort of technical know-how that the original Rayman 1 did not possess.
Right.
I think I mentioned in our first playthrough of the game, but I love these guys. Like, oh!
And then to go.
Oh, jeez. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I deserve that. Nope. See it. Run. Run through.
At least there's a tell when they're about to shut their maws up.
I believe you can dodge the attack if you crouch in the very center of them.
I think, yeah, it is possible to do it that way.
He's like,
oh, this grasshopper's getting crafty.
No.
Yeah, here. Yeah, you tell him, Sammy. Oh.
Not crafty enough. Not quite Kraft macaroni and cheese worthy.
Damn.
Don't touch my hand.
Oh.
Okay.
Just give you a thumbs up of approval there.
Thanks for not hurting my hand there.
Oh.
Oh!
I told yous.
Man, don't you just love it when you're so close to the goal and then all of a sudden just a secret pops up when you just touch the goal so you're going to the next level anyway?
It's like, oh, no, you ain't done with this level yet.
I've had that a few times.
Yeah.
If there was one thing I would do with a quality of life improver upon this game already, even though it's already like fantastic, it would be if there was some way that I could swap between because there will be level selects and stuff, of course, but if there was a way that I could then say, okay, which screen do I want to go to in the level, because some of these screens can go on for a while.
Yeah, I can agree with that. That would, honestly, there's levels within these levels, so maybe have a whole level select when you select a level.
Right. I'm trying, Sammy. I hear that
There you go.
I hear that tummy rumbling.
That's face.
Mine
the
too.
The funny thing is that I ate, so I'm like.
Oh.
I know. I need to eat some pizza as well. That's mine that you're hearing, James.
Pizza.
I want.
The joke's on you. I ate already.
I mean, I ate too, but I still want pizza.
I want Domino's now, but
I'm gonna try something today.
What's up?
I'm gonna try. What's up?
I'm just saying, I just want Domino's, but they're shut.
Aww. Is it because of the weather?
No, my time.
Literally, it's in the AM time.
Yeah, it's 1 a.m.
True. That's right.
I keep forgetting.
That's right.
That,
Time
honestly.
zones exist, don't they?
Yeah, no, never forget that whenever we do these, most people around Doug's area are probably sleeping.
Most, yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
One thing some people, especially my friend groups, keep forgetting. Oh yeah, Doug's in Scotland.
I mean, honestly, it's kind of a blessing that you're even able to do all these recordings in such what I would call dead man hours.
Right? Oh jeez.
He has insomnia, so he's just like, okay.
It's 11.
Aww.
I mean, fair, but it's also a matter does anyone else in your household have insomnia too, or what?
My mom sometimes has it.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm just thank God it's not my brother living here. God Almighty.
Yeah.
Because if he was
actually...
still living here, I would honestly probably not be here.
Yeah.
That's fair. I'm gonna try something with this pizza that I have not tried in a long time.
Well, what are you doing with the pizza?
I think I'm gonna ask it out first and then I'm gonna eat it. I'm gonna try something which is
eat with consent, Logan. Eat with consent.
I'm gonna try something which
Somebody quote that for fuck's sake.
No.
No, I'm just thinking back to the first Insomniac Spider-Man. I think it was in one of the DLC campaigns where Peter has the pizza with him. It's like, you're beautiful, but unfortunately, I must destroy you.
Oh yeah.
No, that was the New York one, which was great.
I love that.
That's right, because the pizza guy actually left the pizza for you in a full pizza.
I want
A full-
Yeah, the whole box up on the rooftop.
A whole large cheese pizza just for
No, there's
me.
pepperonis on it.
Oh, okay. Never mind. All right.
And I want that
Home
now,
Alone
Devil,
joke.
damn it.
Down. But no, what I'm going to try is, because, I mean, normally whenever I reheat a pizza, because we have a lot of extras, because we had company over, so we ordered, what did we order? We ordered Mountain Mike's.
Oh, Mountain Mike's is good.
I really should. Like, I don't know if they're anywhere near where we live, but one of these days I wouldn't mind trying their food.
And I don't know about the Mountain Mike's over by James, but the one over here currently is doing this special where every Tuesday, like, a large pizza costs less than a medium-sized pizza. And
I want to say the ones down here do that too.
Woo! Anyway, so we have a bunch of them. Anyway, what I'm going to try is I'm going to try, as opposed to microwaving it, because we all know how much bread loves getting nuked in, in general.
Yeah.
I'm going to try an air fryer. I'm going to see how well that works.
I mean, air fryer, or honestly, I'd say a toaster oven would work just as well.
It should, yeah.
That's also true.
I never considered heating up leftover pizza in an air fryer. I don't know why I never did.
Do you have an air fryer?
Oh yeah, we do. That's what we use for our chicken and tater tots.
So I'm going
Honestly,
to
the
try.
air fryer, I don't think the air fryer could fit any pizza I'd want to put in it.
Well,
Air
by
fryers
slices, I'm
use
sure.
it for like French fries too to reheat them because they make them very crispy and nice. So.
Oh, for
Very
sure.
nice.
Right.
So I'm going to try it.
You say that with one slices, Logan. Like that, the kind of air fryer I have, I think the best I can really do is just smaller stuff like, again, nuggets or fries.
Oh.
Well,
Honestly,
I mean, like,
yeah, I'm
unless
actually...
you want to take the time to just, like, air fry every individual slice.
Well, I don't even know. Like, I think I see where he's coming from, or maybe even like lengthwise it won't work. The logistics aren't
Yeah,
there.
no, it could probably work, but it'd be scrunched as shit.
Yeah.
I'll try it. I'll see.
I guess it also depends on, like, how big the pizza in question is.
Where's it going with this? I'm hungry.
I'm hungry too now. We're not even at the level that's food centric yet.
No.
Oh, that's the end game.
Exactly.
Yes.
It's funny because, like, there is a Mountain Mike's in Colorado, but it's nowhere near me. It's in fucking Aurora, Colorado. Of course it is.
Oh,
Damn.
Oh, the last thing I can say... Oh, because I remember now what I was going to say, because we're getting close to the end of this now, because I think we're almost at Mr. Sachs himself.
Oh yeah, no, we're getting pretty close to the end of this session.
What I was going to say is... So Rooster Teeth is coming back, and one YouTube comment in particular pointed out something that I think is of note is... I worry how well that's actually going to go for them, because I want to say most of their audience...
Mr. Sachs!
Yeah, we're running first. Oh, I fucked that up. Let's wait till he's actually.
I don't think you have to
me.
fight. I don't think you have to hurt him here. You do have to.
I can deal some damage to him.
Well, that's good. Maybe it's. I do remember from this segment, you do just have to keep running from him until you reach a certain point.
Oh my gosh.
Like
Yeah.
the fight. Like we're not technically at the fight itself yet.
Oh, fair enough.
But anyway, about Rooster Teeth.
Is that it is unfortunate because I'm pretty sure. Oh, really? I'm pretty sure most of their target audience. I think Glitch has kind of got the new monopoly on there right now. So I don't know how that's gonna work.
Yeah, but I don't think people would be against Rooster Teeth coming back.
That actually is cool. It does actually save any damage I've dealt to him so far in that chase sequence.
Which is neat. But yeah, otherwise, Mr. Sachs here is going to prove why claustrophobic spaces aren't exactly the best place to be dootin' and tootin'.
Woo! To be fighting a big boy like this. Agreed.
So I went and checked, and unfortunate soul I am. The closest mountain mic that's near me are the ones in Texas.
Damn.
Oh.
All the way in Texas.
But I know you like Domino's and stuff.
Well, it's funny, like, Domino's is fine, even though I haven't had Domino's in years, so I don't know if it, like, holds up any well for me or not.
I mean, yeah, truth be told, I can't remember the last time I had Domino's pizza.
Doug has it every day because he's 2 minutes away from it.
Okay, not every day.
Look,
Man.
Okay, not
When I'm in the mood for pizza.
meanwhile, I'm envious of Sam, who can easily get Pizza Hut where she's at, and I can't. Oh.
Oh, that's the ground one. And then boop. I also just love these like backgrounds of like this like surreal like magic like realm we're in.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, for sure. Like every arena is art on its own.
I'm sorry, I assumed.
One more. Bam. Now you're gonna dance to my tune.
Yeah.
Is he?
Bow down to the Almighty.
Oh, he's dead. Oh shit! Oh no! Oh no!
I think you killed his groove.
Oh, now we have the music medallion.
What's supposed to happen? And there's
Oh.
a new thing up here, actually. What
We
is
could
this?
check this out now if we want to, but otherwise, there's no point to coming here just yet.
Oh,
Because this technically seems to be near Blue Mountain, but it's not. I think you're right, because I think the problem is that once we get up here, where this is leading, we actually are going to need. We're going to need to. We are going to need. I was about to say we're going to need to require. That doesn't make sense. That's double words. We're going to need every single tune in order to climb this sucker.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
Because up there is going to be the brand new end game for Redemption.
oh.
So we'll
So
be
with that
com-
said, we'll be coming back here later.
So let me first see. I definitely have not broken 50 tunes so far. I only broken 36 so far. I can look at the new goodies I've acquired. Yeah, thank you. I'm definitely gonna buy that one, I guess. Oh, yeah, I already bought that. So now we can dress up as a rock star Rayman.
Yep. Or at least you could if you have the things to spare.
If I had the door, you can dress up as the Green Boy.
Green boy.
Oh, I think that's for the checkpoint, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's good for the checkpoint.
that's all we got for now. So we'll have
There
to
you
find
have
more
it.
goodies later. And again, you can always see how if you found every tune and every magician coin. There's at least one in every level.
Yep. I mean, much true to the original game, if you manage to find every single tune in a level, the medallion there will turn to a happy little tune, just like the one you see below.
Yeah. But yeah. For now, thank you for joining us for this first session. In the next part, we're going to go to two of the biggest hurdles in difficulty in the original game, and it's probably going to be very similar here. Blue Mountain and the what's the art place called again?
Picture City.
Picture City. Stay tuned.
Picture this: one of the hardest areas in the entire game.
I want to picture that.
Every time. I don't got that. Okay. Easy achievements and stuff as well. It's neat. Anyway. See you later, everybody.
Yeah!
Bye 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 bye.